the Title Boxing Club, Pittsburgh, with your focused point. And this week, in the spirit of Halloween, we're gonna fight like one of the scariest boxers of all time, Julian the Hawk Jackson. Now, you may not have heard of him, he's certainly not a household name, but he was a middleweight and super middleweight champ from the Virgin Islands back in the late 80s, early 90s. Now, what made him so scary and how are we going to fight like this scary guy? Well, first and foremost, number one, yes, he was one of the hardest, if not the hardest puncher ever of all time. Again, may not be a household name, but if you type into YouTube or Google or whatever, you're going to see, you type in hardest puncher of all time, you're going to see him pop up a lot. You're going to see his knockouts. And he didn't just knock people out, they were devastating knockouts. They were killer. It really looked like he killed a guy a couple times. This one dude right here, look, he's turning into a zombie in real time. So, very powerful puncher. How did he get all this power? Is it because of some sort of dark magic or big muscles, or he was just born with it? No. People that say that don't understand anatomy and biomechanics. No, he used a mechanic that we can all use too to get more powerful. Maybe not as powerful as him, but certainly more powerful. And it is the same thing used in almost every single sport. It is a stretch shortening mechanic of your muscle. So whether you're throwing a ball, whether you're hitting a ball, whether you're jumping up in the air or throwing a punch, it's the same thing. When you throw that punch, when you move, your muscle contracts. But before it does, there is a very quick stretching of it, and then it suddenly shortens. Our muscles are elastic. So instead of just being solid and straight, getting that snap, we've talked about the rubber band effect in the past. It is kind of a similar thing. The snap on those punches, we'll be working on making our punches more powerful through that stretch and then that quick, violent contraction. The more we can quickly stretch and shorten, the more powerful our punches are going to be. Again, it doesn't matter how big and strong your muscles are, it's how fast you can stretch and shorten them. But of course, this wasn't the only thing that made Julian Jackson so scary. Another thing he did that we're going to work on too is a little bit trickier, and we call this shifting. Shifting into the spectral realm. Well, we don't really call it that. Shifting into our southpaw stance. So, in case you don't know, if you're right-handed like I am and Julian Jackson is, we stand in what's called an orthodox stance. Left foot forward, right foot back. Southpaws, people who are left-handed, stand with their right foot forward, left foot back. Now, what Julian Jackson did is he would change stances dynamically. He would throw punches and shift into the opposite stance, kind of breaking a rule that we normally try to teach in boxing, but sometimes you gotta break those rules. So he would change his stance, and he would do this not just to do it, but he would do it effectively to get angles on his punches. So if he's gonna throw maybe a right hand, and Mike Tyson, obviously another scary dude, did this too, not only would he throw the punch, but he would step offline as he throw the punch and hit the person off their center line, maybe not letting them even see where that punch is coming from, which makes it all the more devastating. And then third and finally, something that you do see in boxing more often, but people don't call it out very much, at least I don't hear them. So for lack of a better term, I'm gonna call this the do-si-do. So let's say you're in close, you're fighting in the clinch, you don't want to get hit with those punches. One of Julian Jackson's favorite moves is he would spin. He would spin them and throw a punch as he spun them, and he would kind of spin them into his punch. Now we can do this on the heavy bag too, as I just did, where you're going to move the bag into you as you turn and step, and then have them walk right into your punch. It's another case where the shifting can help as well. He would shift oftentimes when you do the do-si-do moves, so they work great together. We are going to work on these things. We're going to work on our do-si-do. We're going to work on our shifting. We're not going to spend a ton of time shifting because I know it's very hard, don't worry. Most importantly though, we're going to work on our power. Our power, getting killer, devastating power, because that is how Julian Jackson did it, and he was one of the scariest dudes since Jason Voorhees. So let's see you in here.